Hey friends, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. How are you today? We're going to be painting a design for Halloween. Let me get my camera mirrored here for you guys. That way you can see the wording on this door hanger or this design the way it's meant to be seen. So it says trick or treat right here in the middle. I only cut this at about 12 inches. I'm probably going to use this as like a piece of decor on a shelf or possibly on my porch sign during the month of Halloween. And I thought if you decide to do this in door hanger size, what would be fun is if you flipped it around and on the back put out of candy or something like that. That would be a fun way to kind of flip and make this reversible. Or you could put maybe a peppermint on the back for Christmas, whatever you want to do. Y'all say hello as you come in. Tell me where you're watching from. We're gonna get started here. Let's see, we need a good orange, like a really nice vibrant orange. Let's see, I've got this one, but hang on. I've got another set of paints right over here that's got a couple different colors in it. Let me grab it. Let's see, this set. Yes, okay, this is the set I was wanting to get. This is the autumn paint set from Decor, Tamara's autumn paint set. Hi Symmetra, hi Sherry, how are you? The orange I'm going to be using is called Jack-o'-lantern orange. It's a nice bright orange. But the thing is this Revolution plywood has a lot of wood grain in it, so we need to neutralize that before we start using this, or we'll have to do like 15 coats. So we don't want to have to do that. Hey Linda, hi Vicky, hi Pam. So to neutralize this orange, what I think I'm going to do is maybe do like a, let me think, okay. I'm thinking I want it to be nice and bright. So instead of doing white in the background, I may use this buttermilk color, because sometimes if you paint white as a background color underneath, say, orange or yellow, the white can be so like bright and bold that your orange or whatever looks streaky on top of it. It's like it doesn't cover good on that either. Hey Tammy, PC sister, y'all say hey. If you're a PC sister, drop that PC sister hashtag in the comments. So this buttermilk color is basically just to prime it to cover up the wood grain. That's what we're going to do. You could also, if you don't have buttermilk, you could also use like a really light tan or a creamy yellow might also work pretty good. I probably put way too much paint on this. I just squeezed it out on here without thinking about what I was doing and put too much on there. So I'm probably going to have to scoop some of this off. And we're just painting right over the words on this design. Don't let that alarm you. The great thing about these laser etched blanks is that you can still see the words through the paint. So after I get this completely painted, we'll be able to still add the words on there later. And I'm just using my brush, kind of like a little shovel or a spoon, and I'm scooping up the excess paint because I put way too much on here. I got squeeze happy. Hi, Teresa. Pam says, I love this one. I want it. And I have all of your paint sets. Awesome. Well, we're going to be using this autumn paint set that I'm using today in our workshop that's coming up. It starts August the 15th. If you see the design hanging up on the wall behind me, that is our pumpkin trio design. That's the one we're going to be teaching in our workshop. We only do these workshops about 2 times a year, once in the spring and in the fall. And it's $10 if you want to sign up and paint with us. We're going to be doing it all inside of a private Facebook group. So it's kind of like going to a paint party, but you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Do it right in your living room or your own craft room if you have one. And you're just going to need a few paints, some brushes, a fine tip paint pen in black, some graphite paper or carbon paper. We're going to use that to transfer our template to the design. Let me show you what I mean. So if you've never used a template before, one of the techniques you're going to learn in the workshop is how to use a template like this to create a design like that. So you'll download this template and print it out yourself. It's about 6 pages, and then you're going to tape it together and assemble it. And once it's assembled, you'll be able to trace the design onto the wood. And we'll teach you exactly how to do all of that. Plus, you're going to learn techniques like how to do that shabby polka dot background, and how to do leopard print, and how to do shading on a pumpkin, and how to make the bow. Where can I find the Sage Mint? Pam, I was told that Hobby Lobby had it the other day. Have you checked there? You can also find it on the website. Damon said, I painted my first item in one of your classes. I hope it turned out good, Damon.
I've got more questions.
Okay.
How much was that piece run in the shop?
So this piece here?
Yeah, it's
okay.
12 inches.
This one's roughly 12 inches. You can get this size in our shop for, what are they, about $12, $14?
I think so. Okay, so Katie is learning and wants to know why, or can white not work as a primer base coat? So, could you have used white?
I could have, but if I used white, sometimes under certain yellows and certain oranges, if they're pretty transparent, the white is going to be so bright behind it that your orange or your yellow may look streaky. And then you still end up having to do 3 or 4 coats of the yellow or the orange just to cover the streakiness. And so that can be kind of frustrating. So that's why I chose to go with this buttermilk color. It's a light color underneath, but it's a softer light color. It's not nearly as bold as like titanium white.
Sheila says a lot of people recommend Kills Complete Coat, interior and exterior in white. What are your thoughts on that?
I have only ever used Kills on walls in the house. I've never actually used it on a door hanger. But I could see how that might be a good one to use because it doesn't have like a moisture barrier to it or something. It's supposed to keep out mold and stuff like that. So I could see where that might be a good choice.
Sherry has signed up for the workshop and wants to know when the template will be available to download.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's inside the Facebook group, right?
It's in there now.
Yeah, it's in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group for the Pumpkin Trio Workshop, first of all, you got to sign up, pay $10. After you've signed up, there's a link that pops up on the screen, I believe, that sends you to the Facebook group. If you can't find it, like if you missed that page, just go to the little search bar at the top of your Facebook and type in Pumpkin Trio Workshop, and it should bring up the group for you.
Will the template be available as a laser file too? Only in PC.
Yes, but the template, the laser file for the template is only available to our Painters Clubhouse members at this time. So if you sign up for the workshop, you're also going to have the opportunity to sign up for Painters Clubhouse alongside it. And actually, if you sign up for Painters Clubhouse, you get the workshop for free anyways. And so Painters Clubhouse is $47 a month. We will be opening that up to the public anyways the week after the workshop, but you get in early if you sign up during the workshop.
Dates of the workshop?
The workshop is going on August 15th, 16th, and, well, 15th through the 18th, essentially. 3 of those days will be painting days where we will break it down into steps for you. And then one of those days will be a Zoom paint party with our Painters Clubhouse members.
Do PC Sisters pay for the workshop?
Painters Clubhouse members do not have to pay for the workshop. You guys get access to our workshops for free. So all you have to do is go to the Painters Clubhouse Facebook group, and up in the featured tab at the top, there is a post that explains how to get into the group. Pretty much all you have to do is request to join the group, and if you're already a Clubhouse member, it will automatically approve you in.
Okay. Do you always find yourself priming Revolution ply?
Not always. Only under certain colors, I would say. So if I'm doing really bright colors, like look how bright this this color is. If I'm doing a really bright color like yellow or orange, or a color that I know is going to have a hard time with coverage, a lot of times I will prime because I don't want the wood grain showing through. But of course, there are some designs where you may want the wood grain to shine through or show through. So it's not always a bad thing. Let's see. Does anybody else have questions?
I'm answering Debbie's about, she had a question yesterday. She tried to download the template and asked her to purchase.
Okay.
So I'm having her email us.
So now I'm just taking this orange and I'm going around the outer like wrapper part of the wrapper. And it's still pretty transparent even on top of this buttermilk, but it's not nearly as bad as it would have been had I used white. So not that you can't use white, but I've just learned from doing it in the past that sometimes it can be a little frustrating to try to paint this color on top of white. But we still probably will have to do a couple of coats to get good coverage of this color.
Is there an etched blank available?
No. for the workshop. No. So for the workshop, we have stopped offering the etched blanks while the workshop is going on, because part of the intention behind the workshop is to teach you guys how to use a template. Because once you learn how to use a template, your possibilities of what you can create and how you can paint door hangers and stuff like that is kind of like wide open. So we want to teach you how to use the template. So if you've never used a template before, this is a great opportunity to kind of follow with guided instruction how to do that. Not to mention, in our Painters Clubhouse group, we give you 2 templates every month. So we definitely want you to know how to use the templates before you even get into the group. That way you can start off having success with those templates. Now, in the future, like say about a year from now, we usually release the workshop design in the shop as a laser etched blank and as a template, but it's usually not until the year later. So this time next year, we will probably release this design as an etched blank in the shop. But we like to keep it exclusive to the template for now. I was just looking at this design. It's kind of reminding me of like a fireman's badge. Mm-hmm. Totally is.
Connie Alford's with us. She's a newbie.
Hey, Connie.
And Dale wants to know what size round you need for the workshop.
So you need an 18-inch round. You can pick one up at your local store. You can cut one yourself, or you can get one from us. I just did a live yesterday, actually, packing a lot of these rounds and shipping them out to you guys. We've marked the price down to $12 each. They're 18 inches. They're normally $18, but we've marked them down to $12. So depending on where you're located, shipping could be anywhere from like $10 to $12 on top of that. But they're 1/4 inch thick. They're made of MDF, and they're super smooth. They paint like butter. And you don't have to just get one. If you know you're going to be, doing lots of projects this fall, get 4 or 5 if you want to. I shipped out several to people the other day who ordered 4 or 5 and even 6 of them to paint on. And rounds are great because you can trace, like you could trace the template for this design on a wooden round instead of cutting it out yourself. Or you could paint both sides. Like, rounds are just so versatile. All right, doing my second coat now that I've dried the first coat. And I think 2 coats may be all we need.
Let's do a happy mail while you're
Sure. So let's do some happy mail. If you will drop a comment and tell me what is your favorite kind of Halloween candy, we will pick a random person in the comments and send happy mail.
Who sells 18-inch rounds?
Oh, we sell 18-inch rounds. That sounds like a song. Who sells 18-inch rounds? We sell 18-inch rounds.
Hobby Lobby does.
Oh, Hobby Lobby, Michael's does. I don't know if you can get them on Amazon or not, but.
Can a smaller round be used?
Yes. So the thing is the template we provide you guys is sized perfectly to fit on an 18-inch round. If you choose to paint a smaller version of it and do a smaller round, what you'll need to do is when you open the template up and get ready to print it off, you'll need to make sure that you reduce the scale of the size you're printing. So, you could reduce it by 30% or 20%. You may just have to play around with it and do a couple of test prints to get the size that you want. My favorite kind of Halloween candy is Reese's Pumpkins. Well, really, Reese's Eggs, Reese's Christmas Trees. I love regular Reese's too, but the holiday Reese's are the best.
Do you prefer painting on MDF or Revply?
I don't really have a preference, I guess, because when I cut on my Thunder Laser stuff to paint with you guys, I always cut it on Revolution plywood, just because that's what I've got already cut down to fit inside my laser. But I don't really have a preference. I don't mind either one. Now, MDF is more like uniformly smooth, and of course, Revolution plywood, you run the risk of having like uneven spots in the wood or something like that. And of course the wood grain is another part of it, but I don't really mind either way. Which one? Twix and Jolly Ranchers. Now Jolly Ranchers we keep on hand all year round here. That's not considered a Halloween candy to us. I put those in my purse for church. You agree, pumpkin Reese's for sure. Sour gummy candies, my kids love those. All right, our happy mail winner is Dawn Latham. Dawn Latham, send us your address and we'll send you some happy mail. This candy right here reminds me of some that my great-grandmother used to give out when I was little bitty. And what were they? Do you know what they were called? The old-fashioned candies that had like it was like a peanut butter nougat in the middle. And it was kind of like a chewy taffy on the outside. And they had some wrapped in orange and some were wrapped in black.
Oh, aren't those taffy?
Taffy? But yeah, they had some kind of nougat in the middle.
Yeah.
Who knows what I'm talking about? I didn't like the black ones. I don't, in my head, the black ones weren't as good. I don't even know if they were made of the same thing or if they were different.
No, I think they were the same thing.
They were the same thing? I always thought they were different, so I never ate them. I always ate the orange ones. So they're like M&Ms. The color's different, but they taste the same. Peanut butter taffy, the ones wrapped in black and orange. Thank you, Beverly. You loved the wax lips.
Kisses, yes.
Peanut butter kisses. Peanut butter blossoms. I'm seeing different names for them. Okay, this is what 2 coats looks like on top of the buttermilk. There's still a little tiny bit of unevenness, especially in this center circle. So I may give it one quick pass again of the orange just to be sure that it looks nice. But even so, that unevenness doesn't bother me too much. Matter of fact, you could even take like a little bit of, if you were bothered by like how well your orange is covering, one thing you could do is take some yellow. Let's see. I've got this primary yellow. We'll use it. And you could just dip like the corner of your brush in that yellow and just kind of streak it while the paint is still wet. And it creates this really fun looking rounded effect on the inside of that wrapper. And if you get too much like I just did, just pick back up some more orange and put it on there.
Pam wants to know if you can still see the imprint lettering, which I think she needs it.
Yes, it's very faint, but I can still see it. What's up, Travis?
Put this in the chicken coop.
Honey, that's a ceramic egg. That's not a real egg.
I thought it was going to be used.
No, Charlie painted it for fun.
Oh, okay.
And we're trying to keep the cat from rolling around.
Travis found a ceramic egg and thought he should go put it in the coop. But do you like how that kind of makes it look 3D and kind of rounded? You can even take that yellow on the corner of your brush and kind of add just a little bit to the edges of your wrapper. If it's not blending real well, either get a little bit of water on your brush, dab off the excess on a paper towel, and just kind of keep blending it, or pick up a little bit more of the orange. But that kind of creates like a little bit of a shading effect on the edges. We'll do the other side too. Oh, Jolly Ranchers are good for if you're having a diabetic episode. It's good to know. They are quite sugary. They're called Mary Jane's. Apparently they're called something different in every part of the country. Who knew?
Mary Jane's are in a different package though.
Oh, okay. I don't know what those are. I used to play with the wax lips though. I saw somebody mention those when I was a kid. I thought those were so fun. I never understood if anybody actually ate them though, or if they just played with them. Okay, there's the shading. Oh, Kristen said, I know this has nothing to do with this project, but what's that stuff you put to help the glitter get better coverage? It is called Glitter Base Coat. Glitter Base Coat. If you want to screenshot this, you mix this with your base coat. So if I wanted to do orange glitter on this, I would have to mix orange with this glitter base coat and put it on there. And then we would put the orange glitter on top. And it helps it grab better. What are you laughing at?
Miss Pam says, hi, Leah. Somebody speaks.
Aaliyah was thrilled to be noticed in the corner over there. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Okay. We're going to now take and paint this circle around here white. And you know what? My daughter has packed off my white paint, so I'll have to grab some from over here. She and her little buddy Hallie are painting today in the dining room or kitchen, and they keep stealing some of my paint colors. So luckily, I have backup. Okay, I'm switching to like a smaller flat tip brush. Before now, I've been using just like a 3/4 or a 1 inch wide flat tip brush, but now I'm using like a 1/2 inch wide. And I'm just painting this little circle that goes all the way around the center. Hey, Wanda. Glad you found me. Debbie says the glitter base coat works great. Yes, I love it. It's awesome. Do any of you guys have questions about the upcoming workshop? If you're just now hopping on, the design hanging up on the wall behind me, we're going to be teaching that in an online painting workshop, August 15th through the 18th. You do not have to be on there live to paint with me. Even though it is taught live, you will be able to access the videos on replay at any time for up to a year. We'll give you a template. I'll show you what the template looks like again. We'll give you a template like this that you print out at home and you tape it together. If you can see, this is like six sheets of paper all taped together, and mine looks shiny because I use shipping tape to tape mine together. And then we'll use graphite paper to transfer to the design to the wood. So I'll teach you how to do that. And then you'll also have a supply list that you can print out at home. It's got paint colors that you're going to need, and it's got additional supplies like paint pen, graphite paper, brushes, baby wipes, things like that down here. And then on the back, it's actually got written instructions. So if you're the kind of learner who needs to read something and watch, you have those written instructions as well. And you can print that out and keep it forever.
Katie Googled the candy and says it's called peanut butter kisses.
Thank you, Katie. I had no clue. My great-grandmother always bought them, but I had no clue what they were ever called. But every time I see that candy, it makes me think of her. My oldest child doesn't even like peanut butter at all. Like thinks it even smells bad if he smells peanut butter on your breath. He hates peanut butter that much. So when he goes trick-or-treating, if he gets Reese's, he saves them for his mama. So it must be pretty special. Do you have a favorite gray or black graphite paper that doesn't smudge? The one from Hobby Lobby is really good. I haven't had any problems with it smudging, but I've also just bought some on Amazon before, and I haven't really had a lot of trouble with the smudging like some of you guys do. So it makes me wonder, like, if there's something you guys are doing that maybe I'm not doing. Maybe you're not letting the paint dry good enough underneath, or maybe you're touching the graphite paper too much and it's transferring. I'm not sure. I wonder if you could even take like something and wipe the back side of the graphite paper to kind of take the most of it off, or to kind of take any excess dust off of it. Kind of dry it. Not dry it, but dust it off.
What's the deadline to sign up for the workshop?
So the workshop starts August 15th. So if you're going to participate, I recommend you sign up by then for sure. Why is your pumpkin blue? Because that's trending right now. Dark blue pumpkins are on trend for fall. It's cute.
Mom,
What, dear? Here comes Charlie.
could you, look, can you try to...
Maybe
put
later
this-
I can. Right now I'm doing a Facebook Live. Can you wait till I get done?
Okay, yeah.
No, don't leave all that right there. It'll be in my way. Go put it on the kitchen counter. When I get done, I'll come see about it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, we're doing a second coat of white all the way around here.
What's the name brand of your heat gun?
My heat gun is a Ranger heated craft tool. I have it linked in my Amazon favorites, and there's a link to my Amazon favorites up in the video description. Or if you're watching on TikTok, it's over in my profile. But it's, I don't know if it's under craft tools. It's probably under craft tools. Hey, Charlie, shut the door, please.
Roxy says wipes will take off the graphite marks.
Oh, baby wipes will.
That's what she says.
What time is the class? It's at 7 p.m. Central each night. Tina says, I learned a lot from you blending paint colors when I did the leaf from the box of blanks. Yay! I'm so glad, Tina. I hope you loved that. We'll be opening up our big box of blanks for new signups starting on, what did we decide, September 1st? Well, if everybody's on, if you're on the wait list, September 1st, we're going to send out an email.
Yep.
So tell Alexa or Siri or whoever takes care of you to remind you to check your email for that email on September the 1st, because we'll be taking new signups. Okay, we've got a white band and orange going on here. And next, let me look at my picture to remind me. we got to do some black around here. So I'm just going to take some black paint and we're just going to kind of space them out. And this is going to create like a fun little pattern all the way around. So I'm still just using my 1/2" flat tip brush. I'm just going to start in one spot, go to the edge where the orange is, and pull away. Just go to the edge and pull away. And then take your brush again, move over about a brush width. Set it down, pull away again. And just keep repeating until you get to the edge where it meets up with the wrapper, and then you might have to be kind of more careful about the pulling away part.
Blue pumpkins are put out for peanut allergy.
Oh, well yeah, turquoise I think is if you put a turquoise pumpkin on your porch, supposedly that's supposed to be allergen-free candy or something that you're passing out. I'm just trying to be kind of careful, like on the ones going through here, I'm kind of going halfway to the middle, then I'm flipping my brush over and going to the other edge and kind of meeting it in the middle.
What color was your orange?
This orange was called Jack-o'-lantern Orange, and it's in the autumn paint set. And we are using, I think, 8 out of the 12 colors of this on the design behind me. There's actually only like 3 colors you're going to need besides those for this workshop. One of them is called Sage Mint, and it's like a real, is this it? Yeah, it's a real soft green. This one's not in the autumn paint set, but somebody said you can find it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, but Hobby Lobby's cheaper. You can also find it on the DecoArt website. So if you follow the link on the supply list, you can shop right on the DecoArt website. You can get this autumn paint set, and you can also add the Sage Mint to your cart. And then, of course, other than Sage Mint, you'll just need black and white. And that could be any brand of paint, really. I prefer the DecoArt Americana, but you could use any brand. Something about doing this little pattern, like, I don't know, it just really sets off the colors. The black and the white contrast so nicely. Let's do another Happy Mail.
Okay.
Comment and tell me, what is your favorite Halloween movie? What's your favorite Halloween movie? Tell me in the comments, and we'll pick somebody to win Happy Mail. I would have to say mine is probably the classic Hocus Pocus, of course. That's probably no surprise to anyone. But that's been a favorite since I was a kid. I used to really like scary movies when I was little. I don't know, there was something thrilling about being scared or getting your adrenaline pumping. But now that I'm an adult, I don't enjoy them nearly as much. I guess because it stresses me out, and I'm like, I don't need my fight or flight instinct kicked in while I'm watching a movie. Pam said most definitely Hocus Pocus. Look how cute that is, y'all. Okay, somebody asked earlier if you could still see the lettering under the paint. Let me show you up close. Do you see it? You can see the word trick right there. So yes, you can still see the lettering through the paint. It's just a little tricky if you're not paying attention.
Do you have to be a Painters Clubhouse member to participate in the class?
In the workshop?
Yeah.
No, you do not have to be a Painters Clubhouse member. Matter of fact, when you go to sign up for the workshop, if you want to be a Painters Clubhouse member, you can sign up there. Or you can just choose to do $10 and do the workshop. Your choice. We watch Dawn of the Dead every year. Like the original one from way back in the day. Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin, that's a good one. Hi, Scrapping Tess on TikTok. We are making a little piece of candy for Halloween. It's going to say trick or treat right here in the middle. We sell these wood cutouts in our shop at shopdoorhangers.com in 4 different sizes. So if you wanted a big one for your front door, you could get the 20-inch size. If you wanted like a little bitty one for like a tiered tray, you could get like a 6-inch size. And it has the words trick or treat laser etched on it, which you guys can't see right now. I was showing a close-up a minute ago. You can just paint right over those etched words and then paint them in later. So that's what I'm about to do. All right, our Happy Mail winner is Terry Wells. Congratulations, Terry. Send us your address and we'll send you some Happy Mail. We'll do one more Happy Mail in just a few minutes. I'm going to see, I can't decide what kind of paint pen or if I want to use a paintbrush to do this lettering. So I'm just going to kind of experiment. This is a fine tip Artistro paint marker. And I'm going to see about using this if I like this to do the lettering. Because parts of this lettering are super skinny. And so the fine tip will come in handy for that. And then parts of them are wider and bolder. I think I'm going to like this a lot. So let me show you. Like, I'm able to outline these letters and then just fill in the middles. So that's what I'm going to do.
Is this going on your porch cleaner?
This will probably go on my porch cleaner. So I'll probably make like more of just a classic pumpkin to kind of, actually, no, I already did one a couple weeks ago, actually. It's sitting around here. Last week I painted a pumpkin to go on there. I'll probably put that one up all fall, but then during October, I'll switch it out and put this one up there.
Susan says last time she watched you paint, you used Posca pens. What are these?
So these are almost just like the Posca pens. They're just a little cheaper. And to me, they have more color options because like this pack comes with 30 in it. So they're a little cheaper than the Posca pens, but I haven't found any difference as far as like quality. They're just as good as the Posca pens.
They're in English and American made.
Yeah, that's true. They're also American made, so I can read everything on the packaging, which is a bonus. Because on the Posca pens, if you've ever tried to read the packaging, 90% of it's in Chinese or whatever, and I can't read any of that.
Do you have a link for those?
Hannah, I actually shared it during my Friday Fab 5 last week, and I may have added it to my Amazon favorites. You'll have to look and see if it's in my Amazon favorites linked. If not, when this video is over, I'll be happy to drop the link for you guys in the comments so y'all can find these. We're going to be using one of these for the workshop too, so if you want to grab at least a fine tip black one, that's all we're really going to be using is the black.
Yeah, I'm sitting here not doing anything.
What? Forgetting to take pictures? Can you get around my pen to see it? She's going to take a couple pictures for a blog post. We usually do that and we kind of forgot. If you struggle with, you know, doing precise lettering, using a paint pen like this could really, really help. Because this fine tip one, I mean, I'm able to just be super precise and I'm following right inside those laser lines to paint and fill in. Super easy. Okay, Debbie says it is in the Amazon favorites. Thank you for checking for me, Debbie. I thought I put it in there.
Have you tried brush-on sealer with them? Do they streak like Posca?
Oh, I have not tested that. I don't know. I almost never use brush-on sealer. If I can help it, I prefer spray sealer. It's just faster and less messy. So if somebody tries that, please let me know. Because I know the Posca pens streaking was an issue. Now, I did find that with the Posca pens, if I let them dry really good and then I only did like brush strokes in one direction and tried to do like a super thin coat quickly, the more you brush, and especially if you go back and forth with the brush, it smudges. But if you can try to just do it all in one quick coat going all the same direction, you don't have the smudging nearly as much. This does take a little longer to sit and, you know, fill these in with a paint pen. I feel like a paintbrush sometimes is faster. But, you know, with this style of lettering, it's nice to be able to be super precise about the shape. So far, so good. I'm just outlining each one and filling it in. Which spray sealer do you find works best for you and doesn't yellow? I really like the spray that Decor sells. It's called Triple Thick Spray. Now, don't get that confused with Triple Thick Brush On. The spray, I feel like, works way better. The brush on is too thick for doing on a door hanger. In the past, I've also used Rust-Oleum lacquer. And you just have to be careful and make sure you actually get the one that's clear, because they also sell, you know, black, white, other spray paint colors. And I've seen in the past where people accidentally picked up the wrong one and sprayed black instead of clear on their door hanger. And it's heartbreaking, because then they have to fix the problem and clean it up, and it's a mess. Those girls are wound up in there.
You want to do your last Happy Meal?
Sure, let's do one more Happy Meal before we go. Let's see. If you dress up for Halloween, what are you going to be this year? What are you going to dress up as? Or what's your kid going to dress up as? My kids have kind of gotten to where they like pick something at the last minute. So a lot of our costumes these days have been like random outfits we pull together, and then Mom has to do some magic with the face paint to make them actually look like what they're supposed to be.
Okay, Carolyn's got a question.
Okay.
When you're are you following the laser cut line? Or are you coloring inside it, on it, or outside of it?
It sounds to me like you might be a perfectionist, Karen. Is that her name, Karen? Was it Karen or Carol?
Carolyn.
Carolyn. Sounds like you might be a perfectionist. I don't get all hung up on that. A lot of times I'm trying to go on top of or right beside the line. If you find that your laser lines are somewhat deep and you're having a hard time like going right on top of them, maybe just go right to the inside of them. But don't get too caught up in trying to be so perfect right on the lines or right inside the lines or all that. Once it's said and done and this is completely painted, you're not going to be able to tell, you know, what you did. Like where, you know, if you got outside the line just a little bit or not. I'm definitely not a perfectionist at all. I just kind of go with the flow. So like on this O right here, I accidentally got way inside the line on accident and way off the line. And I just went with it anyway and kept filling it in and just kind of tried to make it look good so it doesn't really matter. Okay. What's everybody saying? What are y'all dressing up as? A seashell. What a cute outfit. A fox. Little Red Riding Hood. Kimberly says a dead cheerleader. My 5 boys keep telling me no. My favorite costume of all time was when my son Travis was really little, like small enough that I had to carry him everywhere. He wasn't even a year old yet. I dressed him as a Dalmatian, and I was Cruella de Vil. I borrowed an old, like, fur coat. It's like a trench coat from somebody. I don't even know. And I bought the wig on eBay. And, y'all, I looked good with that wig on. Like, I've decided I can do the big hair. I really liked the big hair, especially the black and white. It was so fun. And, of course, I just did over-the-top makeup and stuff like that. And it was just so cute. Matter of fact, we were cute enough that our local newspaper saw us walking around trick-or-treating in the park. And they snapped a picture of us, and we ended up on the front page of the paper. And that today is my favorite costume of all time. Mermaid. Charlie has been, what has she been? She's been Fancy Nancy. She's been Pinkalicious. A lot of times she will be 2 or 3 different things at Halloween. She'll be one thing for school and then something completely different for trick-or-treating. Let's see. Our Happy Mail winner is Brooke Fleming. Congratulations, Brooke. Send us an email with your address and we'll send you some Happy Mail.
Smile, her school, Lisa's school has a theme, and then you dress up with the theme.
Oh. Our school usually asks people to dress up as a book character. So that's why Charlie a lot of times will be like, she was pink. There we go. Kimberly says I'll definitely be a last minute idea. A lot of times I am. So one year I thought I was going to be Bob Ross. We were supposed to go to a school function. It was like a mother-son school function kind of thing. And we were supposed to dress up in costume together. And I thought I was going to be Bob Ross and he was going to be the painting. Well, at the last minute, he goes, no, I want to be Bob. You be the painting. So I painted my face like a paint palette and I hung a poster board around my neck. And I painted the poster board as fast as I could to look like a fake Bob Ross painting. And then my son Brett wore the Bob Ross wig and the whole get up. It was really cute. Almost done. Hey, Nanette. Hi, Tina. By the way, guys, I've been shipping out a lot of things you guys have been ordering from the things we brought home from Southern Adornments Live, like the glitter brushes and the paint pucks, lots of stickers, the ink pens that are shaped like paint brushes. Those were super cute. So, and this shirt, we're actually taking up pre-orders for them. So if you're a Painters Clubhouse sister, or if you want to be a Painters Clubhouse sister, we're actually taking up pre-orders for this shirt, and you can find it at shopdoorhangers.com. So we will cut off ordering on, I think, August the 15th, and then the shirts should ship out by the end of the month. But if you haven't checked out yet the leftover items from Southern Adornments Live, we've still got several things on there that you can get. There's like a whole category of stickers. There's a bunch of earrings, all kinds of goodies.
Can you use a Sharpie for that?
I suppose you could, but I don't necessarily recommend it. I think you can use a Sharpie like in a pinch. I just wouldn't recommend doing it all the time. Your Sharpie's going to dry out way faster than your paint pen will. And you won't get as good of results. And you may have more streaking after you go to clear coat it. Okay. Now, last minute things. We've got to do like some cute little swirly whirlies on the edges of our candy here. So just kind of make it look like a candy wrapper. Let's see, I'll do like it's crinkled and swirly. Put some little zigzags in there. Whoops, sorry, holding it upside down. We'll put some white on there too. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Again, this is totally like, this part right here is actually free-handed. But, you know, if you just kind of go with the flow and have fun with it and just kind of doodle, it'll be okay.
Do you have any videos of how you seal the door hangers and what you use?
I use the spray triple thick from Decor or Rust-Oleum lacquer. And I've never really done very many videos about it because to me it's like you just, like it's follow the instructions on the can. Hold it 8 to 10 inches away or whatever it says and kind of do long sweeping strokes back and forth. Sometimes I'll rotate the door hanger and do long sweeping strokes back the other way. But if I get ready to do them again sometime, I will try to do a live for you guys because what seems obvious to me a lot of times is not as obvious to y'all. So if y'all feel like that would be helpful, I'll be happy to do a video on it. Okay, now I'm just adding a little bit of white kind of in between some of these little black streaks. Let me show you up close here. So up close, you might be like, oh, I don't like how I did that swirl. But you know, you hold it back and it's super cute. Don't pick it apart. Okay, something else you can do that's kind of fun is do some little zigzags and accents inside these little black spots on here.
What size is this?
This size is a 12-inch piece.
What size is your plank?
What do you mean?
I think your door leaner.
Oh, my porch leaner. I think it's 6 foot tall. It's definitely taller than I am, and I'm only 5'4". I'm just doing little scribbles and doodles inside these little black squares. Different ways. See, it just adds a little bit more pizzazz. And then I may take the black again and just do like a line around the edge to kind of make it feel complete. If this makes you uncomfortable, feel free to skip this part. You do yours how you want. Okay. There we go. What do you think? You like them? Yes, these paint pens are linked in my Amazon favorites underneath craft supplies. They are a 30 pack of fine tip acrylic paint markers. They're great. I love them. They compare almost exactly to the 3M Posca pens, the 3M size.
Several people have grabbed the workshop with you.
Awesome. So how many of you guys just signed up for our workshop? If you have, drop a comment and tell me. Let me show you this one up close a little bit. This is the one we're going to be teaching August 15th through the 18th inside a private Facebook group. It's like an online paint party. You can come and paint each night at 7 p.m. Central with me. We're going to break it down into steps. We're going to do this fun, shabby chic background. We're going to transfer the design to the wood using a paper template that you guys can download and print out at home. And then we're going to teach you how to do like the shading on the pumpkin, how to do this cute little pattern, which is difficult to see from far away, but look how pretty that is. We'll teach you how to do a little bit of shadowing and stuff on the leaves, and then of course how to do this leopard print. Now, if leopard print freaks you out, or if you hate leopard print, because I know not everybody loves it as much as I do. If you're one of those people, you can do polka dots, you can do stripes, you can leave your pumpkin plain if you want. You don't have to put a pattern on it. You do what you want to do. But leopard print is not nearly as hard as you think. Let me teach you how. And then we'll finish it all up by using the paint pens and doing finishing touches and things like that. So go sign up. It's just $10. If you're a Painters Clubhouse sister, you do not have to pay for it. Just go sign up at the link in the featured tab of the Painters Clubhouse Facebook group. Download your supply list. Oh, here it is. I had a copy of the supply list. Download your supply list. Scan it to join the Facebook group if you're not already in the Facebook group. Grab your supplies. You don't have to get exactly these paint colors, y'all. If you want to use what you have on hand, that's totally fine. You do you. If you want to paint all your pumpkins orange, if you don't like the blue pumpkin, you do what you want. That's totally fine. Then you've got your paint pen, your graphite paper, your brushes, baby wipes. Those are a must-have to always have on hand. And one odd item on here is the Dollar Tree car wash sponge. I'm going to show you how to do the quickest base coating technique ever using the car wash sponge. It's going to change your life. TikTok is asking, where is the link to your favorites? It's in my profile. Go right over there and click on Amazon Faves, and it should bring it right up. If you haven't signed up yet, you've got until April the 15th to do so, but the sooner you do it, the better, because you can get your template ready, you can get your supplies ready. If you haven't ordered a wooden blank, it's just an 18-inch wooden round you need. These are not going to be laser etched because we're going to teach you how to use the template. So you can pick one up locally, you can cut your own, or you can buy one from us for $12. It's up to you. But I hope to see you inside the Facebook group. We're going to have a great time together. See you next time, y'all. Bye.